because we're going to be doing our township meetings this way and everything. So, thank you for logging in today. Is Al on with the schools? I don't actually see. I'm not sure if he's in on the phone or not, but if not, as far as I know, that everything's going well with the school free lunch. I know we're delivering a few of them, and a lot of the parents are having their friends delivered to their homes too that can't make it. I know they bumped up the amount of lunches they're doing from the first time, and now it's every Tuesday and Friday. I think they were going to go from 11 to 1. Now it's 11 to 12:30.
Hey, Artie, Alato's checking in here.
Hey, Al, how you doing? How's things going with your lunch program?
Going well. Still cranking them out pretty good. Delivery, part of it seems to be going well. As of right now, I think we're in a spot where we're pretty smooth. We are going to continue, even though next week is officially our spring break week. We are going to continue to do lunches during that week as well. Just figured it would be helpful for people, not to have to worry about that. And so, yeah, so far so good.
You might as well. You can't go anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
On spring break, well, unless we go to spring break at Pearl Beach, right?
I think that's about the only beach we're going to hit. Yep.
Yep. What? So you guys need anything, or is we're all good right now?
No, we're pretty good right now. We've got just so everybody that's on the call is aware. Governor has a press conference tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We've been told that that's when she's going to make an announcement regarding school, and everything that's been indicated is that she's going to close down for the rest of the year officially tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, that's no big surprise to you. So
no, not
hopefully,
at all.
I'm sure you'll get direction on what happens to all the people in class as far as moving forward or not. So, all right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it from the school standpoint. I can send a message out to the group once I find the result of that press conference too.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. Is there anyone from the food pantry on? I didn't think so. I just stopped by there. Actually, everything's going well there. They, as far as them keeping up with demand. And in fact, I just put it out on social media right now. They do have a need for pancake mix, canned fruit and soups, and any kind of cereal. The sugar-free or sugar, the stuff I like with the Tiger and the good stuff. So I put a thing out on social media on that. They got all, and our community is being very gracious. They're getting a lot of cash donations and so forth. It's just the problem of, you can't find a lot of that stuff in the grocery store right now, at least when they go shopping. So, but as far as I know, everything else is going good with the food, the pantry. I asked them if they in need of anything like freezers, shelving, refrigerators, and we put together a grant with the St. Clair County Community Foundation, and they really haven't gotten back to me yet. I'm going to stop by there again when I can talk to them longer about that. But that's as we all know, that's a critical part of our keeping things going for everybody. So, let's see what else. Oh, I was on, maybe somebody knew, I was on a couple conference calls from Senator Mitchell this yesterday, and he was going over the different bills that were passed of the federal government, and a lot about the SBA loan, Small Business Administration loans, and basically he said, get a hold of a local bank, and I know the local banks are scrambling to figure out how it works. I thought, and I reached out to North Star and Chemical Bank. I thought if we could get a couple of the local banks together to do a conference like this, to our local people that may need that, and um, it would be a more one-on-one, and okay, yeah, I can do this for you, or we can, or answer questions. So that's going to be. I've been getting a lot of calls on that type of a thing the past day or two. Does anyone have any connections with a banker, or is Anna from PTM on?
Hey, Artie, this is Sandy. I don't have a connection with a banker, but we have been working with our SBDC consultant.
Yeah.
And we were told to kind of hang out and wait until Friday. That's when a lot of the banks are going to get applications, and they'll know more about who qualifies and their eligibility and what they need to bring to the bank.
Right. Yeah, I did
We're
hear
kind of hanging
that.
out till Friday.
Okay. Well, maybe when we can work on with someone, let's do like a webinar like this for some people. Maybe, I don't know, you want to spearhead that for us?
Artie, what about Stella?
Yeah, I talked to Stella and Amber,
Okay.
both. Basically, I left them messages. It'd be nice if we could get a couple different banks included on it, and just do a nice question and answer and educational thing.
I agree. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get an SBDC rep. I can talk to ours and see if she'd be interested in doing something like that if we can set it up.
Okay. And I told them too, on the WebEx I'm doing, we're allowed, I got a license for 50, and I could see us needing more than that. So I was going to see if any of them have more licenses or not. So.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So we talked about the schools, spring break. How's everything going with the churches?
Let's see. Here, Woodside, we're trying to stay connected with people and staying aware of needs that we can meet. So all is well. We've had a guy help some of the other churches make sure their Facebook lives are set and ready to roll. That's been great to cooperate as a community in that way. We able to get some of the produce that Club Capri was, of course, had to get rid of because of their closing. So I got a lot of that over to the senior housing yesterday, Algonquin Place. So I was wondering, sorry, time got away from me and I didn't notice it was 10 after when I zoomed in. So I might have missed some information. We have a food distribution scheduled through the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan for a couple weeks from now, April 18th. But I'm just wanted to kind of find out from the community here what the status you think is. Is there a need for that now, or does the food pantry and the school lunches, is that meeting the need, and maybe we can kick this down the road a little bit if the need isn't as pressing right now? But I wanted to get your feedback as community leaders.
It would be tough to do with the lockdown, wouldn't it? Or
Yeah, there are challenges to that. The food bank has regulations that they've set up, limited number of people, so it would look a whole lot different than what we did in February. right? And so it would be a drive-through. It would all be prepackaged into containers that people can just basically just put it in their trunks.
Do it in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly right. With gloves and masks and a lot of sterilization and things like that.
Right.
That's one of the challenges. And that's another reason why I thought, well, maybe if we push that back after this extended time of isolation. But if there's a need for it, it's one of the things the seems the governor and president have said is an exemption
Right.
for people food distribution and things. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think personally there'll be a need for it. I mean, yeah, we did the one, you guys did the one, what, a month and a half ago before any of this hit. And we gave away a food for 100 families.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was on February 29th. So that was just before this hit.
Right. So, I mean, my concern is if we could do it safely, and I like that idea of doing it in the parking lot. Would you do it on a Saturday again?
Yeah, we would. That's what we have scheduled is Saturday, April 18th.
Can you do it at the school, or would you need another location?
Artie John from the Lions Club. Let me jump in. Pastor Dan, if you want to give me a call afterwards, we would gladly do that jointly with you under our canopy here.
Oh, that'd be great at the Lions Club.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be a good spot, actually.
Yeah, they can. We have that circular drive. They can come in, get it, go out. And like I said, we will gladly do that jointly with Woodside.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, very good. Count on it. Give me a call afterwards.
Dan, it's Mike. If we do this, I want to have enough heads up because I'm going to want a couple guys there because let's face it, we know right now we've seen too many instances where things can get out of control way too easy. So just so I got some heads up, just for anything else, just appearance purposes and to be visible.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's great. So are you going to put a release out on that, Dan? And I mean,
I sure will.
I can help you out with that too.
Okay.
All right. Mike, George, you guys got anything?
No, not right now. We'll, just keep weathering the storm.
I mean, people are getting kind of squirrely, so everyone's got to be careful out there.
Well, I can tell you from a public safety standpoint, 2 weeks from now, right now you're going to see a little influx because obviously it's first of the month, payday. A couple weeks from now, when things really start hitting as far as the payday, take it from our experience, things are going to get very, very, very busy.
When $1,200 checks come out.
They are going to be very, very busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things with that is I think we're going to see people at that point very restless. Now people have money in the pocket and they're going to want to get out of that house more than ever.
And the weather's going to be a little better.
Yep. So the point of be prepared, be vigilant, and I would say also try to make sure that you've got any kind of necessities that you need before then. We can get through a good, week or so with that, with as much having to move around as possible.
Right. Okay, that's really all I have. Does anybody else have anything? Is John High Street on? No, I know they were working with AJ's salt docks, Andy Garshot, and doing some lunches out of their church. Does anybody have anything else, or are we missing anybody, or or anything? Do we have any gaps we need to fill in our community?
Artie, this is Terry. I just want to thank the Lions for helping distribute all the face masks in the community. That's been a huge help to us. And if you know of anyone else, whether they're essential workers or just individuals that need face masks, get hold of Jan Evans or I, and we'll see to it that they get some.
Okay. Does anyone have a line on a hand sanitizer right now?
We don't have it on Market Street, that's for sure.
Okay. Actually, right after this, we have a distillery on Harson's Island. He's been making it and giving it away free. I'm going to see what kind of supply he has. I was there this past weekend and got a couple little bottles, but I know there's we can definitely use some more of it. It's basically 180 proof vodka with peroxide and glyceride in it, or glycerin in it. So it's kind of
In my dispatch, he was drinking it.
yeah, right. I know.
I was gonna say, don't let the ingredients out too far.
No, you don't want to drink it, believe me.
Does he put it in bottles that you bring to him, or does he have bottles that?
Well, he has the push bottles, the squirt bottles to put on your hands, but he's limited on that. And so he asked me if we need any. I got to try to get a hold of me because he's only open on the weekends. If he'll like a bigger container that we can pour them in the smaller containers for.
Yeah, so even for this distribution we're talking about on the 18th, that would be good to have a good source of that.
Would be too. So, all right. So, anything else? Next, yeah.
Beach. I sent you a message yesterday regarding Easter Sunday.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a go. If we're not in lockdown, that is.
Yeah, it should be. I was going to actually talk to Chief Rose and Coach about that. Do some kind of an escort, maybe, or put them in one of our vehicles or something. Maybe, I don't know. I'll get with you later on that.
Okay, that'll be awesome.
Okay. Sounds good. What they want to do is put the Easter Bunny in something and run him around town for the kids. So at least they can see the Easter Bunny and wave.
That's a fire truck all the way.
Yeah, well, you might need a police escort though too.
I concur. You don't want to see what our guys do to rabbits. They're all hunters.
Yeah, put it back in the box. Okay, sounds good. President Trump did say the next couple of weeks are going to be very challenging. I believe him.
Oh yeah.
It's like we're on a train track with a train coming right at us. So.
Right, and we're real close to Macomb County, which has 800 cases.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, Artie,
Yeah.
this is Joanne.
Hey, Joanne.
I finally got on.
Good.
I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to have this, especially me stuck over here on the island, stay safe. But yeah, the most active thing over here on the island is the guys with their trucks hauling sand for people because they can't cross on the ferry with their trailers. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. Everybody's staying home, and I appreciate being able to stay in touch with what's going on in the mainland.
That's right. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Yep. Thank you, Joanne. Glad you're doing well.
Yeah, Artie, there was that Free Press article, I think it was today, maybe yesterday, about the collision of the coronavirus and the high water, that reality that communities will face. I'm assuming that there's not much that can be done at this point with the high water?
Not really. Well, I have, since Clay Township and Elginak, we're under a flood emergency. And I contacted the state emergency manager. I said, given that fact, is flood mitigation an essential service? And they said yes. So we can continue to haul sand pits open. We can haul stone, and we can work on seawall extensions or putting them in. So they're allowing people to still work. As far as we're still selling sandbags by appointment only, but people can still get sand delivered and do what they have to do. As far as volunteers and stuff, there's really no way we can assemble a group safely to fill sandbags or place them. So it's limited. I mean, people can help themselves, but it's limited to like I can't see the robotics club or different groups getting together to do bucket brigades and stuff. So, yep, it's going to be challenging.
So one thing is regards to the schools, the scholarships that all the organizations give out, is something going to be figured out with that?
Well, I'm going to meet with the community foundation this week, and we're going to go ahead and give the scholarships out, mail them a check, and recognize them at a later date. And I would assume that the rest of the groups and organizations will still doing that. A lot of them do their application online anyhow. I think the school has a pretty good handle on that. I don't know if Allison is still on the call or not, but we talked about that about a week ago.
Yeah, I am, Marty. We've decided to do on that. Claire is still handling a lot of stuff. I know a lot of people turned in their applications. My assumption is that she's getting that information out. In terms of awarding it, obviously we won't have a ceremony out there, so my it's going to be just, either students by mail or some other method, to present the scholarship.
Right. All right, sounds good. Anybody have any other questions or anything we're missing? All right, everybody, thanks a lot. And be safe out there. If anybody needs anything, you can get a hold of me or direct them to our dispatch center. And I know we've been getting a lot of people who've been calling up to say, hey, I'm available if anybody needs anything. And like I said earlier too, a lot of donations and things have been going into the food pantry pretty good. We have a very generous community, and we're definitely seeing it.
Well, being a small business owner, I'm looking forward to the bank's conference call. That'll be interesting.
Yep, that's what I thought after that, talking to Paul Mitchell yesterday. It's going to be a confusing thing, and we're going to need the businesses are going to need a lot of clarity on it. I probably got about 8 phone calls yesterday on that alone. So, and I know right now, as we speak, the banks are scrambling around trying to figure it out. I did see, like Sandy said, the applications are going to be available Friday. And there's also going to be, from what I understand, a quick turnaround on approval of them and helping out some of the businesses.
Right. Okay. Well.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and girls, thanks a lot. If, like I say, keep in touch, and we'll do this again next Wednesday.
Sounds good. God bless. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Marty.
Bye, everybody.